Ah, Eternatus, the absolutely massive skeletal dragon Pokemon introduced in Generation 8, and a corrupted creation of Arceus? Well, that is what I think anyways, but to make you see what I see, let's start with information we know about the lovely Eternatus. First off, we know that it came to Earth inside a meteorite 20,000 years ago. Then, if we take a look at the Shield Pokédex entry for Eternamax Eternatus, it states, "Infinite amounts of energy pour from this Pokemon's enlarged core, warping the surrounding space-time." It is very interesting that it can control space and time. Speaking of the Eternamax form, let's talk a little more about what we know about this Pokemon in this form. Its power grows so much that it causes a storm of Dynamax energy ripping holes in space-time as it releases a virtual infinite amount of energy. Interesting that space and time were brought up yet again when it comes to this Pokemon. But back to Arceus for a second. We all know that Arceus is well known for creating Pokemon to watch over certain realms and aspects of the Pokemon universe. Kyogre was made to create and monitor the seas, Regigigas was made to pull the continents into place, and Dialga and Palkia were made to control time and space, respectively. But what if there was one before Dialga and Palkia? An incredibly powerful Pokemon meant to watch over both space and time before it lost such privileges. I know it seems really odd, but let me explain. As you can clearly see, not only space and time, but the ability to manipulate space and time come up a lot in regards to the powerful Pokemon, Eternatus. It seems to be that the Dynamax phenomenon has a lot to do with the manipulation of both space and time. Now what if before Dialga and Palkia were created, Arceus created Eternatus to be the Pokemon to rule over both these realms? A Pokemon extremely powerful that was tasked with watching over two of the most powerful forces in the universe. Now why do I even suggest this? Well, as we stated earlier, Arceus created Pokemon with specific tasks in mind. Did Arceus really create a malicious Pokemon bent on absorbing energy as its only goal and forcing Pokemon to grow huge and go on rampages? That just doesn't seem likely to me. What seems more likely is that Eternatus had a different task at first, to watch over the realms of space and time. However, what if it found a way to use that space and time power to access an infinite realm of energy that it could pull from? Perhaps even a realm where Arceus truly resides. As it found this infinite energy source, it became obsessed with drawing in more power and more energy, taking in so much that it could even become more powerful than Arceus itself. I mean, it's not like we ever had a Pokemon that directly went against Arceus and then had to be punished or anything, totally new concept. But back to the point, this would explain both how Eternatus even has the ability to bend space and time, and also why, in the games, it started opening rifts in space-time to access somewhere it could pull more energy from to achieve its Eternamax form, a form greater than Arceus. It was created to be the ruler of space and time before it found an infinite energy source that it could use to become the most powerful Pokemon in existence, and it became obsessed. This energy could have even corrupted Eternatus so much that we get the skeletal form of a Pokemon instead of its natural look it had before the energy absorption. It also explains how it got access to the Dynamax Cannon and Eterna Beam moves, where it turns this energy against other Pokemon to damage them or cause them to be affected by the energy and grow massive and go on rampages. But where did Eternatus go, and why are Dialga and Palkia in its place? Well, let's go back to that first dex entry we looked at in the beginning of this video. It came to Earth 20,000 years ago inside a meteorite. Now how did such a powerful and violent Pokemon end up inside of a meteorite? Seems kind of odd to think about and really lacks any in-game explanation. Unless this meteorite isn't just a meteorite. It is instead a prison that was created by Arceus itself to hold this Pokemon in a deep slumber and prevent it from accessing the infinite energy source. If you were like me, you're probably thinking, well, I would just destroy Eternatus, but we have yet to see Arceus destroy one of its creations. Even Giratina was not destroyed, but was instead put into the Distortion World to act as a prison for this Pokemon. However, the prison that Arceus put Eternatus in has one pretty big flaw, that it could find its way back to Earth and be reawakened from its slumber and wreak havoc on people and Pokemon by drawing on the infinite power source once more. And to make sure that there was a failsafe to this flaw, Arceus took proactive measures. But to explain this, we will need to move on to the next portion of this theory. Before we get there though, I would like to remind everyone to subscribe to the channel and make sure to like this video if you enjoy theory content or Pokemon explanations. But back to the points. Now we arrive at the legendary hero Pokemon, Zacian and Zamazenta. Now in the Sword and Shield games there is not much to work with when it comes to the origins of these two wolf Pokemon. Where did they come from? Where did they go? Where did they come from? Sword-faced Doggo. But as we stated earlier, Arceus creates Pokemon with a purpose. But what is the purpose of Zacian and Zamazenta if not for Eternatus? To run around Galar defending it from evildoers and no-gooders? Well, that is pretty hard to do when they only seem to wake up and become active when Eternatus wakes up. Oh wait, perhaps these two Pokemon do have a real purpose that Arceus created them for. That purpose is strictly to stop Eternatus from destroying the universe and absorbing too much power should it attempt its evil plan again. Let's talk about what we know about these two Pokemon. They only come to action when Eternatus wakes up, they are able to battle Gigantamax Pokemon with ease, they are some of the most powerful Pokemon in existence in their crowned forms, and here is the kicker, they cannot Dynamax. That element is key to this theory. Why would they be made to not be able to use Dynamax unless they were created to not be able to be affected by Dynamax Cannon and the energy that Eternatus pulls from? This allows them to be the perfect defense against Eternatus and shines so much more light on their connection to the Galar region. I find this to be much more likely than the fact that they just happened to be the perfect Pokemon to fight Eternatus when it happened to fall back onto the planet. Therefore, when Eternatus came crashing to the Earth 20,000 years ago and brought the power of Dynamax to the Galar region, and woke up during the darkest day, Zacian and Zamazenta were there to put it back into its rest, where they waited until the next time someone awoke Eternatus again. Looking back at this theory, it explains why Eternatus can bend space and time, why it was inside a meteorite in space, why it has an obsession with absorbing Galar particles and the energy attached, how the Galar region obtained Dynamax energy, and the connection of Zacian, Zamazenta, and Eternatus, and why they are all in the Galar region today. That was a lot to say, I am wore out. But what do you think? Does this theory hold water? Or is there another theory at hand? Does this really connect Zacian, Zamazenta, and Eternatus and actually give them a purpose in the Galar region? Make sure to let me know in the comments and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. If you liked this theory video, then make sure to check out this one, or even this one, which is clickable. And again, thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you guys next time when the adventure continues.